Hello, fellow Cameroonians at home and abroad. I give you greetings from Prague, the people's voice, the voice of sanity, and the voice of pragmatism in our struggle for freedom. Today, we want to bring you video footages of the court hearing in the Supreme Court of Cameroon about the rejection of Maurice KAMTO'S candidature. The case has gone on, the arguments are done, so we want to bring you the video footages from the courtroom, and also we are going to give you a prediction of the outcome based on the argument and our observation of what is happening.
J'exécute de votre confrère. Ça se tient votre avocat. Et quand j'ai la parole, vous ne devez pas faire de remous. Je poursuis. Dans le cadre de la procédure qui a été appelée tout à l'heure, entre M. Léon Télé Onana et le RDPC, il s'agissait de deux militants du RDPC. M. Léon Télé Onana est conseiller municipal du RDPC. M. Paul Biya est président de la République du Cameroun et président du RDPC. Dans cette procédure, nous avons fait affaire à un seul militant du Manidem. Le militant du Manidem s'appelle Kamto Maurice. Alors, un tiers avec lequel nous n'avons aucun lien peut-il venir parler au nom de notre formation politique? Je poursuis. Récemment, le RDPC a exclu certains de ses anciens camarades. Qu'il me pardonne de pouvoir, par devant cette auguste juridiction, évoquer leur nom. Le professeur Messanga Nyamdi a été exclu. Saint-Éloi Bidou a été exclu. Est-il possible, dans la construction maléfique que les gens veulent nous imposer, que ces derniers puissent venir par devant cette auguste juridiction parler au nom du RDPC? C'est impossible. Alors, M. Yebga, exclu du Manidem, a-t-il qualité pour parler au nom du Manidem? Au point qu'on puisse prétendre que ce dernier serait le candidat investi par le Manidem? Telle est la question à laquelle je veux répondre. Et les juges que vous êtes, ne vivez pas en vase clos. Nous vivons dans la même société. Les audios sont en circulation. Les audios sont en circulation. Où M. Yebga reconnaît avoir été stipendié pour présenter sa candidature. Et ce n'est pas honorable pour la République. Et il faut le décrier. Je me suis demandé, que fait le ministère public? Que fait le ministère de la Justice? Le ministre a pris un communiqué prétendant qu'on avait tripatouillé le site du ministère pour pouvoir présenter M. Yebga comme étant le représentant du Manidem. Pourquoi est-ce que la justice pénale ne se met pas en branle? Pourquoi la justice pénale ne se met pas en branle alors que l'honneur de la République est en jeu? L'honneur de la République est en jeu, et pourquoi le ministère public, le ministère de la Justice ne font pas le travail qui est le leur, alors que des fraudeurs et des faussaires sont connus? Et aujourd'hui, on veut prétendre que ces personnes-là ont le droit de parler au nom d'une formation politique dont ils ont été exclus.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I will speak in English and in Pidgin so that our people should be educated about what is happening. So this is a legal team of Maurice KAMTO'S mixed with the legal team of Minindem, the party that he has adopted in order to present his political candidature as a presidential candidate for the Cameroon upcoming election. Their argument is that, according to the Cameroon constitution, every political party is governed by their own rules. The President Paul Biya's party, CPDM, have two candidates. Not the primary candidate, which is Paul Biya, have not been rejected because the other person who submitted his candidature is somebody who have been kicked out of that party and does not represent the hierarchy of that party. So why would the same justice not apply to Minindem? So I want our people to understand what is going on and the legal argument, and then we are going to make a prediction of what is going to happen. This is not science. You don't need to have some intelligence to know what is happening. Based on our observation, I'm going to give you the laws. So my country people, them, what did it happen? Do I Maurice KAMTO'S a legal team and meaning them? That party where Maurice KAMTO'S idam adopt them for stand for presidential candidate. They make their argument, it don't just finish for Cameroon, their constitutional council bench for Supreme Court. They argue say for Cameroon their constitution, every political party na their own internal rule them, then supposed to choose who they represent that party or not. CPDM then get 2 candidates. But why they not reject Paul Biya own candidate? Because the other one way he can present the candidate. Now man way CPDM be done drivey. You know they represent the party. They need to recognize na Paul Biya own party. Why the same justice they happen for Maurice KAMTO'S own party? So now the argument that way they make them. I want to tell una the facts and give una the law, and for tell una our prediction where it will happen tomorrow Tuesday for 3 o'clock for Cameroon time, where the Constitutional Court it will give their own decision. So what did it happen? Meaning them when that party where Maurice KAMTO'S they represent them for presidential election, then get 2 candidature. They then put one when Maurice KAMTO'S he be supported by the chairman for that political party where he named Mr. Ekane. Mr. Ekane then nominate Maurice KAMTO'S, he party, he executive, they then support Maurice KAMTO'S. Then you get another man where they require Mr. Yebga. He too, he be a member for that very meaning them political party. He too, he don't go submit his own candidature. So the lawyer for Maurice KAMTO'S, he talk say, then get hold with them, where Cameroon government official, we suspect say, na the one way Paul Atanganji, he bribe this Yebga, say make he go put his own presidential candidate also for challenge Maurice KAMTO'S. So that is what is happening in the nutshell. So ladies and gentlemen, for us to educate you people and give you people the facts so that you know what is happening. What is happening is a constitutional law court, a bench that must study the constitution and give decision based on the Cameroon constitution. According to the Cameroon constitution, what is happening here is based on 2 laws. Law number 90 of 056. And I go read the law make una here. That law states that political parties shall be governed by their own internal rules, which shall be submitted with the Ministry of Territorial Administration. That means any decision in a political party is governed by their internal rules and regulation. That rules and regulation are the ones that are submitted to the Minister of Territorial Administration. So for our country people, they need to hear English. Cameroon, their constitution, where they argue for the court, now someone for their law number 90/059. That law, it talks to me, all political parties, them. Any decision or which way they do them, it will be governed, controlled by their own internal bylaws, them, where they don't make them. And at the law, where they go give them for the Ministry of Territorial Administration, when Atanganji Paul, it be at the head for the. The second article, now Article 8 for the very law, it be in question. That Article 8, it talks about it. Any changes must be communicated to the Minister of Territorial Administration of the bylaws of political parties and their structure. So the one are the law where they argue for the now. According to the law, what we know based on communication from Maurice KAMTO'S, meaning them, the opposition and Paul Atanganji office, according to their statement for public and all such that make them, this is what we know. According to the law, the head of this meaning them for Cameroon, their Ministry of Territorial Administration was Yebga, who is now challenging the new leader there called Ekana. Ekana, according to what the meaning depth's website and information says, have not been very active in the party. But in 2016, the Ministry of Territorial Administration issued a letter following submission by Minindem to that ministry, acknowledging that they have received document from Minindem that says that Mr. Yebga is their chairman, is representing the party. So, Minister of Territorial Administration in Cameroon have issued a document in 2016 recognizing Mr. Yebga as the head of Minindem. But in 2021, the executive of Minindem, they sat according to their bylaws and kicked out Mr. Yebga as their chairman and now appointing Mr. Ekana as their new chairman. But what they did not do is they did not submit to the Ministry of Territorial Administration as required by Article 8 in the Cameroon Constitution that says that any changes to political parties, their bylaws and their structures should be communicated to the Minister of Territorial Administration. So from 2021, Mr. Kana, who was the active chairman of Minindem, did not submit to the Ministry of Territorial Administration the decision taken by his party and did not receive any document that recognized him as the chairman and the head of this political party. For the past period that all these things have been going on, he has not insisted, he has not gone to fight the Cameroon ministry with his political party to secure that document. And that is the crux of the matter. So before the Supreme Court, they will decide now who is the legal head of Minindem. That decision will lead to the decision whether they will accept Maurice KAMTO or reject his candidature. And according to the information we have so far, it shows that the Supreme Court will follow the law and say that Mr. Yebga is the head of Minindem and Maurice KAMTO candidature will be rejected simply because they did not follow the procedure in the law. Mr. Ikana, when he was made the chairman of that political party, did not submit documents to the Ministry of Territorial Administration, and the Minister of Territorial Administration did not issue him any recognition letter. So he cannot prove to the court that he is a chairman. All the arguments you are hearing will boil down to those facts. And based on those information, we believe the Supreme Court in Cameroon is going to reject the candidature of Maurice KAMTO. Is that fair and just? No. Because this is political issues that requires the public interest. You cannot deny a huge segment of the population their choice of candidate. Maurice KAMTO is a recognized main opposition leader in Cameroon, and he can't just be refused because of technicality. Why? Because the political party, meaning them, had procedure which they followed to kick out Mr. Yebga and appointed Mr. Ikana. But they failed to canonize or submit those decisions to the government. These are all technicalities that the Constitutional Court can override. Because now the chairman is there to testify. The other political members of the executive are there to testify that Maurice KAMTO is their choice. To reject him will be an injustice. But at the same time, our job in this platform based on our policy is to provide you the information you need to make up your own mind and understand the happenings around this issue. Even more importantly is what is happening out of court. Maurice KAMTO have to build huge political pressure on this Constitutional Court and on the Cameroon and institutions to give him the justice that the Cameroonian people deserve for him to run election. But this is what is happening outside. So outside the court, you can see a huge population that is protesting. So you can see the police force present there to tackle that protest is very minimal. They didn't use excessive use of force. They used tear gas who cannot kill people. And so, but Maurice KAMTO is not leading this protest. He's not putting his face to this protest. He's not using those words that will make the people to rise up, that will make people within the regime to be worried about their personal safety or their surrounding by having that pressure. We don't see that pressure from Maurice KAMTO, which is highly needed. Does he has another plan that we don't know? I hope so. Because so far what we are seeing is not impressive at all. We are not impressed at all by Maurice KAMTO'S campaign. And now I want to say something just out of this topic. For our Ambazonian soldiers and our Ambazonian people and Anglophones, look at this. Can you see the Cameroon army and the police, how they behave with their own citizens, their own privileged Francophones? Did you see them using live bullets? No. Did you see them going around beating the people? No. They are respecting them. Some people will tell me that, oh, but we Anglophones, nobody needs to lecture us Anglophones that we are being discriminated, that we are being marginalized, that we are being oppressed, and that we are being suppressed, because it is our story. You don't need to label yourself. We know that. But look at our own Ambazonian boys, how they treat our own people, and compare how the Francophones treat their own people. Is it not a shame? That is the biggest strategy that we have ever witnessed in human history. That even people who are oppressed like us Anglophones, our own Amba boys are busy there using live bullets because they want to enforce ghost town. A simple thing like ghost town, you go around using live bullet on citizens, shooting people's legs, people's wives, children, mother. You go and kidnap your own people, terrorize them, burn the house of people here and there, murder people. Look at the Cameroon, their police, how they protect their own people. If that was Anglophones, they would be very aggressive. But you can see in their own people, they treat them very well with a lot of respect. Look back at our own. Samuel Ekome, some people will say that the Ambazonian fighters have been infiltrated. Was Samuel Ekome infiltrated by La Republique to steal money from my trip to Boya? Did him and Chris Ano, influenced by Cameroon, to go and make a deal for the CVC that led to the death of so many Ambazonian generals? Did Ayabacho and Sheikh Kavi Womeleng and all those people in the Egg of Sea, were they influenced or paid money by La Republique to enforce the ban of taxi color and to enforce the ban of Cameroon ID card in our people that have caused them so much pain and hunger? Did Cameroon impede any Ambazonian activists to refuse that we should not allow community schools when I and my organization was fighting for the right of education for our people? No, they didn't. Look at what the Cameroon military and how Paul Biya treats his own people. And look, is that how we treat our own people? That was just a side comment anyway. But today, as we want to tell our people, we predict in PRAP that Maurice KAMTO'S candidature will be rejected based on the information so far and his ability to sway political opinion in Cameroon and to attract international attention for the plight of the Cameroon people to free themselves from this dictatorship that is being ruling that country. It is very sad, but we don't think Maurice KAMTO have maybe his own personal security. He's afraid because of the experience he had being detained in Konegi for 9 months, but it will require a leader who can stand up, who can take the risk. And he cannot say he cannot do that because we saw John Frundi did the same thing. He didn't succeed then. But a francophone coming up that courageous as John Frundi did, we believe will be more successful than Maurice KAMTO. We applaud his courage, his resilience. He's a very smart person, but we have to say things the way they are. I'm really disappointed with Maurice KAMTO. He has failed our expectation. It is not surprising to us because we know Cameroon, our true nature. Have a wonderful day.